out there in the interwebs.
Hi.
I've got a cat! Oh my god, he's freaking out. Hi, Briance.
He's camera shy.
It's camera shy, apparently. Oh, yeah, I need to put that away.
I won't abuse you.
Yes, he will. Don't believe his lies.
I won't abuse my baby.
I still don't believe you. Okay. So, welcome back to Monday Night D&D, because fuck you, there's no football.
Amen.
I don't even know if there's supposed to be football or if they're in the off season.
Don't even know.
Neither do I. It doesn't matter.
They're in the off season.
They're in the off season. Alright, cause fuck you, there's no curling. Social distancing has really affected the curling business, I'm sure.
How will they ever thrive, Quinn? Think of the people!
Do you even know what curling is?
Yes, I know what curling is, you hoe.
The act of doing curls. Or no, wait, it's like this, right?
Were you trying to braid your hair?
So anyway, we're here with the Understudies tonight.
Kind of want to braid my hair.
Mine might by the time the quarantine lifts, and I'm able to go to like cost cutters.
Oh my god.
I might be able to braid my hair again. And tonight, the part of Roro will be played by our girl over here because Kevin's just had an aneurysm.
This is what seating on the ground looks like,
Apparently. So, yes, Understudies. Hey, things happened last time. Miss, why don't you get us up to speed? Tell us what happened.
All right. Well, you see, there was this flying purple people.
Flying purple, what?
The what?
Anyway, we got to meet up with the Drift finally, and there was a kobold who wanted to make friends with Scotty, who's suddenly a queen of something.
Distant cousin.
Even though she doesn't want to be. He gave her a book, though, so she is forever grateful and will pretty much protect him with her life because book. With all the aggro spells, may I mention, which actually I need to go grab that paper because I haven't gotten a chance to put that in.
Haven't gotten the chance.
I'm sorry, did I not work over 50 hours this week?
I don't know, didn't you? I think you would know.
So we're gonna have to take a quick break while I beat the shit out of Quinn.
Woo!
Roro gave Scotty a book because she can care less about him.
I'm done.
I worked like 10 hours. Because plague.
Mine still won't go away. But anyway, continue. What else happened last time?
They got to Ether, where they were oddly expected, which is still very worrisome, in my opinion. And Morgrim got to deliver his bad news, which was kind of devastating, actually. Then we went to check out a theater where we were not welcomed because we weren't fancy enough, which insulted Roro's whole being because how could somebody say Roro is not fancy enough?
I know. Fucking hoes.
So then we decided to go shopping, and even Scotty agreed to go, which is a shocking moment. I'm sure everybody about passed out.
I did.
Once we were done agreeing to go shopping, we were then expected at the church. And we were taken, well, Scotty was taken back, while the rest of the group had to wait. So, she was taken back. She was met by a terrifying angel with a tail and horns. and then spoke to a voice that was coming from a fire. And agreed to go to a garden alone because she does what the voices says, even though it's a bad idea. And we are expected for drinks at a bar with the poor sir that we gave the terrible news to. The end.
Alright, well, that was the end, so I guess we're packing it all up. Game's over then.
Yep.
Everybody got what they wanted.
That's literally not even true.
Does Roro have something to add to this tale? This grand recount?
Hey, that was a pretty good recap.
I know. I'm just giving his right to response.
You forgot to mention how fabulous Roro was throughout
I
this
said
entire
he
thing.
was so fancy that he passed out when they said he wasn't fancy enough.
That was for that one part. You didn't say how
And
he was fabulous.
Roro, the majestic, the amazing, the princely, was so fabulous. Are you
Now I
happy?
just feel offended.
Good. I
Sounds
hope
right.
so.
Okay, so with that, we will last you left off, you had a few hours before you were to meet at Holidays. But how are you feeling that time?
Shopping.
That's what I thought.
Okay.
Gotta go unload some gems and buy some shit. Those two have already pre-purchased their new clothes.
Yes, they have, apparently. So, first stop is, I'm going to guess, getting money.
Yeah, we got a bunch of gems to unload.
It is not difficult in the central, basically in the mid tier, to find yourself a place that deals in gemstones. So, by my counts here, you have gotten yourselves. Just squeak this over here so that I can. Yes, good. Yes. Alright. Awesome. Yes. Okay. So, what does anyone have a list of the things that they have for trade and whatnot?
I'm pretty sure I do. It's just I moved all my notes into my notes.
Gems. There was a bunch of gems.
It'd be hilarious if no one wrote them down.
We got 1,500 sapphires.
Azurite,
I
sky
am-
blue gem, deep blue spinel, twisted helix, opaque crystal, violet garnet. But that was from Scotty's portion. I didn't write down anybody else's.
400 diamonds.
Yeah, we're keeping the diamond for sure.
Go ahead and show me on your sheet right now where that is. Yeah, no touching the keyboard, bitch.
No touching the what?
The keyboard. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh, maybe I did actually write it.
I'm wondering if any of you did.
I feel like I helped you take notes for yours.
I didn't. I can never be trusted to keep track of this stuff.
Scotty was pinched for money at this point. She thought she was rewriting a whole spell book. I was sure to write it down.
Well, but what you just listed off there does not seem complete. I want to say we had like 9 total gems.
I only wrote down what Scotty was going to get a payout from.
No, you were just the one, because I let everybody roll to see what was in the pile.
Yes, and I wrote down what I pulled out.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't hear any of that.
I guess you didn't get any gems. Can't prove it.
That's fine.
Despite the fact that you
Yeah.
can timestamp the whole. We're going back here and we're clipping this shit. No, but your haul was a piece of malachite, a rhodochrosite, azurite, a laurel's tear, banded agate, deep blue spinel, a black pearl, golden yellow topaz, and a violet garnet. Because I knew none of you fools could be trusted. Oh, you just had the partial list.
Oh, this is such bullshit, you know?
I love it how I get into trouble the exact same way, no matter if I'm the player or the DM. What do you...
I want the notes.
Yeah, well, it's got the prices on it. You don't know what what the prices are.
Just want the stone, the fun.
But yeah, considering Morgrim's affinity for stone cutting and jewel crafting, being the dwarfy is, you can let's see. I'm gonna need the calculator here. That is not the right button to get to the calculator. Oh, yeah, I guess it is. Extra steps. So you have 4 of these gems worth over 600, with 600 or more. So there's that. 800 plus 800. And you got some cheap ones too. 60 plus 8 plus 8 plus 10. So, you have in gemstones currently 3,196 gold worth of gems, if you're just liquidating them all.
Which I believe we are, right?
I don't think there's anybody who directly collects gemstones that
Yeah.
aren't amber.
First of all. Now, I'm used to selling away pretty things now.
Okay. So we divide that 4 different ways. Everybody gets 799 gold out of that.
Okay, you cut out there 700 and what?
799. So everybody gets just shy of 800 gold.
Yay, money.
Yay, money indeed.
No. Shit, I don't have that many holy symbols. Shit.
I don't have that many holy symbols. You got more bling than Mr. T going on there.
And Quinn, every 10 gold is platinum?
Yes. So you would have 79 platinum, 9 gold. If you choose to do it that way. Which is not a terrible idea, to be fair.
Pretty much everything is priced in gold. So, just saying.
That's not. I'm not converting it because I cannot do the math backwards.
Hmm. So, you spend a little bit getting your gemstones appraised and sold. Where does what is the shopping procedure?
Well, those two wanted to go clothes shopping. Morgrim tagging along, I suppose, because he doesn't really have anything else he needs at the moment that I'm aware of.
Fair enough.
Might maybe check out some blacksmithing shop to see if there's any good wares for sale that I can turn into other things.
Okay, well, so to find a good clothier, you find, Whoever wishes to head this can go ahead and make a persuasion check for me. So who's going to helm this?
Wait, why are we making a persuasion check? Who are we persuading?
You. This is just going to basically be getting good directions. Roro raising his hand.
Oh, I can make the check.
Okay. Scotty has a -1 in charisma. I wasn't gonna offer.
I love
Yeah.
how I love how you have the negative charisma and we make you talk to people. It's funny.
Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible idea. You guys shouldn't do that.
No, it's hilarious. It's like having Grog, make intelligence checks. But yes, if Roro wants to be the one asking questions, by all means, roll persuasion. 14. So you get fairly good directions. They say right off of the central plaza is this large shopping area known as Malcor. You can find
Yay!
a bit of whatever you need there. There are specialty shops elsewhere in the city, but for general practice, especially if you're looking for something, slightly, well, Mulcor's got a place that has a little bit of everything. So you're directed there. And furthermore, that there is a absolutely fabulous individual who's dealing in cloth. And you are able to get what I'm imagining your designs are. Now I'm trying to remember. I have a clear image of what Roro is in. But what did you draw Scotty in again?
Do I have to describe it?
Yeah, because it's not coming into my mind.
Can I just show you the picture?
Well, yeah, but we can't. But it's also not going to be visually represented on screen.
Okay. Scotty. Let's see. I'm pulling up the picture so I can get this right. Scotty is looking for a deep red maroon colored, high cut leotard with a deep v-neck and a kind of like really thick, like a worn leather kind of skirt that's cut into two panels, a front panel and a back panel that's kind of laced together, exposing her thighs and the scales on her thighs. And the top coming with maroon matching sleeves that belt to her arm. And some belts and some chains that match. So.
Okay. Roro?
Roro has a different type of collar with an armor eleganza across his shoulders, which are connected to a near ankle length cape on just his left side. His pants are high-waisted on the sides and covered in a thin armor to hold up like a corset. And they are his normal color scheme of teal and gray, as well as the cape is a gray and red. Across his chest is like partly sheer, partly not sheer design of like stripes and flowers and different kind of patterns going across really just the side of his chest down to his belly button. His boots are the same as his last design, knee-high with a buckle across the top and gold buckles on the bottom. And about 4 inches high. 4 or 5. In heel.
Yes. Very nice, very nice. So each of your outfits will roughly cost about 10 gold. And they can be available for pickup tomorrow afternoon. Is anyone else getting clothes?
I changed Scotty's character sheet. sorry, that was so shocking. You okay?
Plague water tastes so good. Corona's not gonna get me. I'm gonna drown myself first.
It's okay, as long as I'm watching it still, my dude.
Yeah, no worries. I'll just die in front of you. That'll give me ratings. So I'm guessing Morgrim's not deciding to get any new outfit for himself? Or Roro's not putting him in anything new?
He knows that Norgrim's not going to be willing unless he... Well, Roro's not going to be willing unless he goes by a salon first.
Okay, that's a no then. Gil is not interested in new clothing.
Of course not.
He's got what works for him.
Grubby.
But does he like what Scotty picked out?
Yes, he approves.
Does he like what Roro picked out?
It's not bad. He has nothing bad to say about it.
Was the rest of the group with them? Or did they go back to their ship?
You know, we didn't exactly keep tracks on everybody else. So we're gonna...
I think Syl wanted to go, though.
I think so too.
And I don't remember where they were.
Because Roro's going to ask each and every one of them what they thought. Morgrim, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. I think it's pretty nice. I've been on a boat most of my life. I don't really know the fashion thing.
Find a good sturdy pair and kind of stick with it.
See, that is all foreign to me.
He's the kind who has a new dress for every hour of the day.
That is not true. Just every day.
Well, it suits you all right, if that's what you're asking.
It is. Thank you, Morgan, for being sensitive to my feelings.
Good for you, Aurora. Because I don't know where they are, and I'm just assuming that they were invited for drinks as well. I think that'd probably be a safe bet.
I think so.
For what it's worth, Talo gives an amicable shrug. There's a series of chirping noises that come from Syl.
I totally agree, so.
And Nicole says it looks nice, but questions how practical that is for a ship.
Well, it's only for nice attire. I'm going to be wearing my other outfit for practicality, chefs, adventuring. This is just for when we stop for the night.
When you stop for the night, far be it from me to say how you spend your evenings.
Spend my... What do you think I'm going to be doing for stopping for the night?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why you would need an outfit like that for the evenings, so I'm just going to say you have fun with whatever it is you're doing.
Thank you.
I guess you're welcome.
I need to get a fancy friend in this group. Looks like the Colmold.
Just staring at Scotty.
Shifts uncomfortably.
Is there any other shopping that anyone wishes to do? Malcor has a great. It's got things for you to buy.
Scotty wants to check out the Mage District. She wants to check out all the... Okay, let me put this in here because I've watched previous episodes. She wants to check out all the magic stores except for the one with the scrolls that come to life.
Oh, that store's fun. You should go
No,
there.
thank you.
I mean, you're a wizard. That should be a great place for you.
She will set them all on fire.
True.
And you have a cleric. We could both go and make use of all the scrolls.
We can look at a different scroll place where the scrolls don't fly at you and beat you in the face.
Well, that's only if you make them mad.
Don't, dear God, don't let Roro into that building.
I'm a little worried.
She wants to go to the magic places.
Okay, what are you
going to a
looking
magical
for?
item place?
She wants to look at magic items, yes.
What kind of magic items?
You ask all the hard questions. Ones that she can afford. There we go. That's an answer.
I want to look for a magical item that ups my freaking AC.
Same. Please. Help.
Help!
Those don't come super cheap, but...
Yeah, neither do you. I've been saving up for you, though.
What?
What?
I am a cheap date as all get out. Come on.
He's a dwarf. Buy him beer. Alright, so you wish to find yourself some magical items of defensive nature. We're going to imagine that.
Yes.
Alright, do you have an item in particular you're looking for?
One that helps not be hit.
Are you doing the sprinkler or shouting stop?
There's
I don't think-
ring. There's the ring of protection and the cloak of protection. And I think
And the
the cloak.
bracers of armor.
Oh, there's brace.
What can a mage use? Because I feel like I get limited on this.
Yeah, you need something that's not actual armor.
Yeah, so
Like a
out
cloak,
of
a
the
cloak,
three
of
of those-
a cloak of protection could work.
Okay, I'm gonna look that up.
Okay, I just put a cloak on Roro. Can that be the cloak of protection?
I don't know. It depends on if you buy one.
It can be the cloak.
Can I use cloak of protection and mage armor at the same time?
I'm pretty sure because cloak of protection is a +1 to saving throws and armor class. So, and that does not have an armor restriction, so you can absolutely stack that.
Okay, I need like a +10.
Yeah, a +1 is not enticing at all.
But it's also to all your saving throws, so that's the thing.
It's not enticing at all. Can I get a +3?
Can you get a plus?
Yeah, you can't afford one.
Then I could be a 13, and then mage armor would put me at 16, and I'd have a respectable AC that people wouldn't laugh at.
I mean, to be fair,
Same.
16 is pretty because of bounded accuracy. 16's not bad.
Yeah, currently 10. 10 without mage armor. It's sad.
Gotta up that dex, woman.
She's a clumsy bookworm. What do you want from her?
Well, there is a cloak of protection that that will cost you 500 gold.
No.
It is a good thing.
You have bracers of defense, which are +2 to your armor if you're not wearing armor or a shield, which will cost you 5,000 gold.
Oh, because let's have Scotty work the streets for a little bit.
Look, these are the prices.
And if she wants to afford them, she's going to have to sell her body. Hopefully Gil's okay with that.
Good luck. Good fucking luck. Your ass will be quarantined to the ship. And then you'll have to deal with Tallow if you try to get fire buggy.
What about...
What?
What?
I'm looking up stuff so that I have a better idea of what I want to do because I meant to do this like all week and I didn't. And I saw the price for this one and I just like, there it goes.
What about the Ring of Protection?
Does the exact same thing but costs way more
Way more? Why?
because it's rare.
But it's a ring that does the same thing as a cloak.
Yeah, I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what they are.
Yeah, I don't know why a ring of protection is considered a rare item when a cloak of protection is considered less.
The cloak must not be durable.
Well, cloak of protection is an uncommon item that requires attunement, and so is the ring of protection, which also requires attunement. I'm going to say, just because it's rare, that the ring does not require attunement. But you can only.
But that's
but you
gonna
can only-
cost like 20 grand or some shit.
a rare item costs 5,000.
Why are we playing this?
I don't know.
Why have we done this?
I
I am too
don't know.
fabulous to be here.
Clearly, ooh, wand of fireballs.
Oh my god.
So how much is the wand of fireballs?
Me waiting for the DM to stop describing the room so I can cast Fireball 30 times.
Clean.
What?
Deep red iron stone.
Iron
Here.
stone.
I make your guys' lives a wee bit easier. Use that link. You can look at all the magic items, figure out what their rarity is.
Shut up, Patrick.
Patrick, we're not friends right now. You made me spit beer.
I'm trying to help. How is that bad?
Get the hell out.
You can limit it by type, rarity, attunement.
Oh, I'm doing the same thing on D&D Beyond.
Oh, okay.
Heroes, which vibrant purple? What
Wand
is...
of War Mage.
You want the, what, deep purple?
Deep red.
Deep red? What does that one do?
It gives a dex +6, dex skills, exceptional bonus +2, mystic trinket boost +1, or +3.
What?
This is very
Uncertain.
rare, I'm guessing.
No, that's not an official source.
Oh!
I'm like, what, deep red? They don't call them deep red or anything like that in 5th
You know,
edition.
it hurt me more than it hurt you.
Yeah, I'm
That-
sure.
Fine.
But there is, again, a protection, a dusky rose that's +1 to AC, which
+1.
is +1 to AC, which is again a rare item that requires attunement. Man, that's even worse. What is up with the pricing on these things? Seriously,
They don't want us to be safe.
I'm a little offended for you guys. Like, some of this stuff does not.
What about a bag of holding? How much is
What
that?
about dragon scale meal?
I can't wear armor.
None?
I'm a mage. What about bag of holding?
Bag of holding is uncommon, so with 500, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Jesus
500 gold
Christ.
for a bag of holding.
I'm not spending 500
Bag.
gold pieces.
Bag
no.
of holding. Say it like I'm from Wisconsin. A bag.
I want to hurt you right now.
Ooh, that might thing.
What are you looking for?
Mind shielding, swimming, water walking.
So
We have
rare
mentioned
items,
how
much?
5 grand, I think he said.
Yeah, rare items are 5,000 base cost.
This is dumb. Your
Legendary.
stuff is too expensive.
Legendary is 500,000.
That
We
is
had
great.
mentioned how Morgrim really should be using a hammer. Plus one hammer.
A tentacle
Yes.
rod.
No.
Every game needs tentacles at some point.
We've already met ours, and they violated me.
Yep.
What about brooch of shielding?
Ooh, that's a very good one.
Staff of bird
I don't know
claws.
how much it costs.
Resistance to force, immunity to magic missiles. I mean, as an uncommon, it's 500 gold.
Scroll of protection. That's rare.
It's gonna be very
Doesn't it-
difficult to convince me to spend 500 golds.
What about I mean, I don't know if the charisma check was good enough to figure this out, but what about that armor shop that Zyman to that was selling the little thingy that casts shield? That could be good for one of them.
What about scroll of protection? What does that give you?
A scroll of protection?
That's what it says.
Scrolls are one-time use. It would give you
Never
whatever
mind.
it gives you once and then be done.
Yeah.
What? Who made these rules?
I don't. Gygax. Gary Gygax.
Unless you're a wizard buying rolls, kind of meh.
Yeah.
As a wizard, it's good though because you can copy those into your spellbook.
Yep.
Yeah, scrolls was kind of the next thing I was thinking about hitting up since everything is so expensive. Quinn?
But yes, you do have. There's an eccentric but fabulous armorer.
You have my attention.
Roro would like this guy.
You enter the shop and it's all, oh, hello, and what can we do to you?
I feel like a king here.
Ah, you look like you have money.
Uh-huh. Don't make too quick of an assumption.
I don't remember my name. I literally don't remember who's who here.
I want to say it started with an
Raul?
Raul. That might have been it.
It might be Raul.
I feel like it is.
Yeah, I mean, fuck me for not watching through the front part of that episode knowing
Or
you were going to
writing
be
it down.
Or writing it down. I think in the other game I had them written down. That note just, I don't believe, made it over in the edition, to be fair.
What's... Oh, boots. Never mind.
Boobs of flying? What?
Of elven kind.
Boobs
I thought it said
boobs of
back
elven
of
kind.
elven
They
kind.
never sag.
Is everything just gonna be a +1 dex?
Yeah, everything's +1 because they hate us. They want us to get hit. They like it.
Because we're broke bitches. That's why.
Hey, this is the most money Roro and Zakati have seen in such a long time. It's so sad.
You know what? Just put it on my tab.
But magic items don't come just the way
Oh
it
my
is.
god, oh my god, oh my god, I do have the note. The note exists. Ha 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 ha. Excellent, 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 excellent. You, the armorer. No, it wasn't Raul either. You had the abjurance armorer, and his name was Maurice.
Yes, Maurice, that was.
What can Maurice do for you today?
I'm getting hit too easily and need better armor.
Maurice may be able to do something for you.
I'm not here for armor. I'm here with him.
No, you gotta listen to this guy. This thing is good.
I can't remember what rarity I put it at. I think it was an uncommon.
I don't think it costs that much, so maybe.
Yeah, I'm
And
getting the feeling because
it's a good.
Well, Maurice has something that might intrigue both of you. Either of you. What we have is this lovely decorative charm here. See? See? It's beautiful, gilded in silver and gold, set with a precious opal at its heart. You put it over your heart. And when someone tries to pierce it with their arrows, it will cover you with glorious protection.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard of.
Wait, it only works if the thing is pierced?
Well, look at him, look at him. Of course, with something so grand and fabulous. Of course they would want to hurt it, because everyone who wants to hurt people wants to destroy something so beautiful.
So
Ask
that's
me.
a yes.
So,
You can invoke this thing when the other blades close in on you, and it will spark with power and turn away the blade, the blow, the claw, the thing that wants to sink itself into your tattoos.
Mm.
Once every dawn, it recovers this magical power. And yes, I'm aware that his accent is wandering all over the fucking place.
What kind of magical power?
The power of protection.
It casts shield plus 5 AC.
Shut the
Okay, Simon,
hell
go
up.
away.
No.
Apparently, this is like a Frenchy lisping, almost lisping Antonio Banderas. I'm on board with this now.
How much?
I will sell it to you. 520 gold.
How about 420 gold?
Go ahead and make persuasion.
Ooh.
400. Well, you are a man of clear, distinguished taste and elegance.
It's true.
420 gold, and Maurice will give to you this.
But I forgot the 20 back of the ship.
Then you bring it to Maurice.
The ship is gone. Could I left me here?
What's that?
I can't. 420. Good. We're good. Let's do it.
Bequeath unto Maurice your gold, your hard-earned coin.
It is pretty hard, isn't it?
Ah,
What's
yes.
the catch?
The catch is you must hand it to me, and wait in glorious anticipation for Maurice to count it.
I love
I
Maurice.
really want to punch you in the face right now.
Why?
World, I feel like,
So better or worse than Switcher? Let's get a handle on this.
Oh, well, if I give what Switcher wanted, how much can I get this for?
I don't know. Are you having Switcher buy it for you?
How about 100 gold and a night with this?
Switcher might do that.
What color is the gem?
It is a brilliant white opal.
Hmm.
The shield is a vibrant silvery color. Morgrim, who is probably staring on this with a blank expression, can recognize the metal as it is made from mithril and has curling, almost vine-like, just basically decorations laid over top this mithril, which all seems to cradle this opal.
No. I must make a very, very promising distinction first.
Are you interrupting?
Yes. Out of character, you said this was an uncommon item?
Mm-hmm.
And basically, once per day, you get to say nope to an attack.
What?
Nothing. That's all I had to ask. Go ahead.
Am I missing something again?
Nope.
I don't know what she's getting at, but anyway, Maurice awaits your attention.
If I may have my good dwarven friend here examine it and tell me of the value.
You wound me. You do not trust the word of Maurice.
I don't know Maurice.
You know
And I have not
Maurice.
seen your
If you
son.
did not know Maurice, you would not be dressed as you are, coming into my shop. I am Maurice, the abjurist.
He'll look to Morgrim. Just for a thumbs up, thumbs down.
You're looking at Morgrim?
Yes.
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna get in trouble if I talk to you about this. Because Quinn will be like,
And
no, out of character babbling.
And I feel like out of character, knowing what it does doesn't mean that more grim.
I think somebody's been looking into other files.
No, I know
I
what
think
it does.
I
Guys
know
tried like hell to sell it to Simon.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, just for, thoughts. And I don't know if this was said out in character or out of character, but the fact that it only works once a day, so once in battle you can use it, that's the only drawback I'm really seeing, besides...
Are you pulling him aside and...
Yeah, Scotty's giving Roro some magic advice.
But even Scotty has, 13 with mage armor? That's once per day something that's gonna fuck you up.
It would be really good against something that might really fuck your day up once a day.
Yeah.
Is that your professional opinion?
That's my out of Scotty character opinion, because Scotty doesn't swear too much.
I have no idea what Roro has for, but that's like with Scotty, that once per day being able to say, nope, I have 8.
Roro has as much armor normally as Scotty does when she casts a spell.
Okay, so both of you, that is... I have 18 armor. You, sir.
Maurice, my good fellow, give me your hand.
Are you done insulting Maurice?
Of course not.
What?
Just kind of, his expression kind of hardens.
I would never try to insult the great Maurice.
But you already have.
What?
But you already have.
Uh-huh.
Clearly you do not trust Maurice.
Uh-huh. You have the final sale.
No, you've insulted me. Perhaps if you were to part with the listed price, Maurice could get over such devastating wound to his pride, to his craft. The hours I have slaved over such a design.
Oh, you hand-made this.
I poured sweat, tears, and mana into this glorious piece.
I was vastly unaware of this gorgeous piece of work handmade by you.
$520 gold, and I will forgive you. And I have to go over, and while you're pricing that out, I'm going over chat. Go on.
You will forgive me fully.
Maurice will forgive you. 520 gold.
Can I step out of character for a second?
Sure.
Do you know who I am? Anyways.
I know
My
who you...
father's gonna hear about this.
I know who you are now, and that's why I'm charging you full price.
Okay. Back in character. As long as you have forgiven me fully. 520 gold.
He takes it. Spends a moment, just kind of shakes it out.
10 minutes later.
He shakes it out into his hands. Well, clearly, you have made a lapse in judgment, but it can only be described as Maurice's spectacular wares, having put you at a state of awe and shock. And so we'll put that into your hand. It's kind of it's fairly light, and it looks like it attaches. It would make a fairly decent attachment to your cloak to put that to kind of fasten it to your armor. So it looks like it'll be a great cloak pin for you, almost like a badge, but you know.
Thank you, the great and noble Maurice.
Oh, do go on.
I think we'll get along just fine for future attires.
I should hope so. Maurice has been so close to selling it so many times. Many shining lads have come in here wanting for Maurice. I wonder what happened to the man. Clearly, he did not buy from Maurice, so he's probably dead in a ditch somewhere.
Let's hope I don't end up that way.
Not with Maurice's goods. No, of course not. Now, Mademoiselle,
Yes.
what can Maurice do to you?
I am not particularly looking for armor. Do you sell magic items?
Maurice sells much in the ways of magic. What is the lady's flight fancy?
I don't know if I can say this word.
Oh, Discord's gonna be a whole thing tonight, isn't it?
How much are uncommon items?
Out of character, uncommon items are 500 gold.
5 motherfucking common.
So expensive. Okay, I'm looking for a parrot of wound closure.
Ah, yes, of course. Let me double check what this shit does. Yeah, okay.
If I'm going to get hit,
I mean, there's one way. There's multiple ways of saving your life, I suppose. While you wear this pendant, you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn. In addition, whenever you roll hit dice to regain hit points, you gain double the amount.
Oh, see, that's not bad.
No, it's not. And it just means it just means fuck your death saves. Unless somebody super mega crits you.
well, even then, don't I still have?
Well, I mean, if somebody goes after you while you're down with multi-attack.
Oh, like zombies?
If the zombies had multi-attack, yeah, that would be bad. What do you think's waiting in the forest for you? I mean,
Not with Robo around.
He was talking about Brimstock. We're going into the forest next Monday.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Yeah.
to the dark
At least it
black
won't be a meat bag.
Yes, I do believe Maurice has something in that for you. Let me check. Ah, yes. You see, the icon is it seems to be two teardrops made of red crystal that seem to kind of cross over one another to make kind of an inverted heart that has loops of rose gold that kind of spiral through it and then leads to a fine chain. Yes, I do believe this. And he's suddenly semi-French now. I don't know what's going on with my life. I think the caffeine's bleeding out. But this would look lovely on someone such as you. Such a wondrous contrast to your skin tone.
And how much is it?
I can give this to you for a humble donation of 500 gold to my coffers.
No, Scotty. I thought we had some good terms here.
Exactly. I'm giving her a bit of discount to the price for how good friends you are to Maurice.
Something like that, we can sell it at perhaps 350 gold.
You can roll persuasion.
Can I please help this woman?
Scotty is trying to be like a sexy mistress, but is totally not pulling it off.
Yeah, okay. Alright, you know what?
Can I roll for her?
No, but I will allow her to roll with advantage with Roro helping.
+5.
Scared.
+5.
Wow, Scotty. Just wow. That level, you know what? That level of consistency is what we expect out of you. That is kind of brilliant, really. That's wonderful.
It really was.
Just like oh, mademoiselle, you get credit for trying, but no.
Scotty, my dear, you need to learn how to do this a little bit better. 350 is obviously too low for this wonderful piece.
Yes, it is.
400 is a much reasonable price.
It would be much more reasonable, but I am selling this to you for 500 gold. You're not allowed to roll persuasion until you make it.
Oh.
I suppose that's fair enough.
Do you have Maurice's money?
She'll hand over the 500 gold.
He'll check through his. Wonderful doing business with you both. He will hand you. He will kind of reach out, and you see it kind of drift as if on an air current, and then placed into your outstretched palm.
Thank you.
Anyone else want something from Maurice? You, start one.
Hmm?
What can Maurice do to you? Oh my god, she's dying!
I will get help! Help!
Oh my god, it got into her lungs and she's coughing up red. Oh my god, did it come out your nose?
What happened?
I don't know, it wasn't all that funny. I think she snotted Mike's hard black cherry through her nose.
Ugh.
Yeah. Did it go out your nose? Or did it just get into your lungs?
Thanks for making that picture for everybody on the internet.
It's just like, I don't know. I blinked for a second and then you're just dying.
We'll I'll wash your blanket tomorrow.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
Just know it's not wet because of you this time.
I don't even know people. I don't even fucking know.
That was painful.
I thought you called him the stubbed one.
The stub one?
I chuckled a little bit and she lost her shit.
Wow. Okay.
I meant to chuckle and then I snorted.
Jess would be proud of that.
I thought next week be understudies just for the fact that we're probably not getting to any missions tonight.
I'm so sorry.
It's fine. If you wanted to shop, and shopping always takes longer than you would have imagined.
Oh yeah. Is that item a drag and drop kind of item into my bag?
No, it's not.
Okay. What do I call it again?
Amulet of shielding, I guess.
Shielding.
Amulet of shield. Or shielding put it as shielding amulet.
Shielding. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'll just need to remember that that's what.
Yeah, basically, as Fluffy had mentioned beforehand, basically once per long rest, once per day, you can use your reaction to cast shield.
Oh, I did have a note of some gemstones that we found.
Hey.
Today I can cast shield.
So, stout one. What can Maurice do to you?
Fair.
You're breaking up. Try it again.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think those pieces you saw lovely, but I'm a elf me.
Oh god, you were breaking up like absolute hell, man. Sorry. Is anybody else having trouble hearing him?
I'm having a fine time hearing him.
Me too.
He sounds fine over here.
That's a lot coming from me.
So my internet, so my CPU is being crap. Got it. Got it. All right. God, I kind of wish I had a window for Discord, just so that everyone could see the memes popping up.
Oh my god.
Like I need meme cam.
This is awful.
That would be really funny.
that
We
would
are
be
fucking
that would be
hilarious.
terrible.
I'm sad now.
Don't be sad.
It's fine.
Can
Can you bring me a Mike's heart?
So we wait for Fluffy to type out here. Pieces you sold them, beautiful. I'm a craftsman myself. Well, if that is so, perhaps you could show Maurice your skill.
He has wonderful skill. You want to
Can
see
you
it?
hear me now?
I don't know, maybe.
What did you say, Patrick?
I said, can you hear me?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
Then he will point to Roro's.
Where we're pointed out in a
This is sort of
non-lethal way.
he kind of takes it gingerly in his hand. It's like, yes, it's so angry looking.
Not me.
Are you okay?
Yes.
Yes. You can see where Delilah gets it. Yes.
No way.
No way. Well, for such a well, for a blade, it is crafted well. Just kind of hands it back to Aurora. It's not something directly to Maurice's liking, but I tell that you have a measure of talent. How long are you staying in town? Perhaps Maurice can get you working the irons.
Perhaps Maurice.
Can get you working the irons.
Oh. Well, good question. I don't rightly know.
Gil will shrug. I'm
I
totally
mean-
away from anybody else.
Oh. I don't think it'd hurt to stay here for a couple of days. It's a great city. And I have things exciting to do.
They seemed fine with letting us talk however long we wanted to.
Well, perhaps we can negotiate something.
Negotiate what?
Well, perhaps you could do some work for Maurice. Maurice could do something for you. Are you hearing anything from him?
He said, hum.
It's more like,
Well, well. I'm sure you will tell Maurice if you would like to do some work on the side.
That sounds pretty chilly, but yeah, I'll let you know.
Yes, yes, of course. Now, anyone else want anything of Maurice? There will be a low, kind of a goose honk.
From the kobold.
No, not from the kobold.
Okay.
yeah, so his excitement, he just snorted his gasp.
Yes, but the others is like, I think I'm well set. Your wares are a little too fancy for a lot of us. Well, Maurice can understand. Not everyone can quite so brightly wear the glory. But should you change your minds and wish to join the elegant folk, Maurice will be here. I'm kind of sad you're not on camera for this, because your shame needs to be displayed.
Does that mean you approve of what I'm doing?
I think it's funny.
Humorous, so not be confused with beauty.
So, is there anything else that anyone is looking to purchase?
What time
I'm
is it?
beat.
Scotty's getting shifty.
It's about like half an hour or so before you're supposed to meet up
What? Wait.
at holidays.
But how long does she have before she's got to be in the garden?
I have a question.
The moon, you were told that the moons would be directly above, so you have a bit of time after sunset hits.
Okay.
I have a question about that. Did you actually tell the
Well,
others?
Quinn skipped that, so I don't know.
Okay. You skipper.
Skippy skipper.
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 If you
Hop,
wish,
hop,
if
skipper.
you wish to discuss your plans, you can do so now.
Well, now's not a good time. They're walking around town. She just can't tell them in the middle of town.
There's
Well, I think it's
there's a
so fun.
place that you can.
I figured they were going back to the inn.
Right now, no, she hasn't told anybody. She's waiting for a quiet time to do so. Quinn's really
I mean, I'm riding off the high of that whole situation.
I'm just trying not to make jokes to make it worse.
But where are you off to now?
How much would a scroll of
Well-
fireball be?
Please, Lord Jesus, say like a bazillion.
Well, I don't
Why?
know. Maurice does not have scrolls.
She wants to go look at the scroll shop.
Yes.
Well, does Maurice have a cloak of protection?
Let's see. Cloak of Protection is a 500 gold cloak. Yes.
Is there a new buyer's discount?
No. And even if there was,
Membership card?
you are no longer a new customer. 500 gold and Maurice can provide.
Out of character question. Can I just...
You're just as bad as the kids.
Apparently. Maybe shoot damn chair. Could the cape I've already drawn on him just be translated as a cloak of protection? Not given.
We can say sure.
Okay. Okay.
Do you have 500 more gold?
I do. Are you telling me that you will give me a little bit of a discount on this?
I can give it to you for 500 gold.
Oh, Maurice. Do I get to roll another persuasion?
You've already rolled persuasion on him and then firmly stuck your foot in your mouth.
That was a good roll. It should
It
last
was
until next
no.
sundown.
It was a really good roll. Unfortunately, you very much insulted him.
I insult everybody. By my mere existence.
Yeah, you do insult people.
Okay. Here you go.
He will count that out and give you a cloak of protection.
Maybe now and next time we'll remember this.
Perhaps. Depends on what you bring to Maurice's attention. How vulgar.
What?
Strip somewhere else.
I am not appreciated. I will not flourish in this environment.
Maurice is too fabulous for even you.
Oh!
So
I'm done now.
So that is +1. So you have, hey, look at that. You have now put 2 of your attunement slots to use.
I only have 2 slots?
You have 3,
Oh, okay.
but you're using 2 of them now.
Okay.
So basically, over a long rest, you can attune to them and then gain their properties. And
So
at
do
that
I
point,
add-
you will have a +1 to your armor and your saves
And what?
and your saving throws.
So I can add that to my actual armor class?
Drag a cloak of protection from the items thing on your sheet, and it'll do it for you.
Thank you.
You enter the stacks, the scribe's emporium, and there's a well-kept dwarf in regal blue robes and fine gray hair and beard. Not that white gray of that, but a wizened, deep gray. As you are now in the presence of Randolph Belfast. Well, hello there. What can we search you for?
I'm sorry?
What can we search you for?
I wanted to check into your scrolls.
Just kind of looks around. Well, I've said ye come to the right place.
Bro was staying outside.
You don't know any better.
Am I by myself?
but it's scrolls. No, I mean Gil's in here. He's just kind of looking around.
I was looking for a scroll of fireball.
Ah, very well. Let's see here. It looks like he starts going off to one of the walls. Like it's like a giant mail slot looking thing, just little tiny cubicle of cubicle, and there are scrolls just dotted all around there. Spell scroll, 3rd. Okay. Ah. So you find yourself with an explosive temper, yes?
Sometimes.
Well, I do believe we can accommodate you here. Come on. Where is it? Come here. Come here. You see, up towards the shop, one of the scrolls start kind of like vibrate in his thing, making the kind of sound. It's like, Nen, get down here. Oh, there we go. That might free up some of the things. Let's log out of Steam. We don't need to be in Steam. Fuck that. Yeah, I said, get down here. Get down here, you crinkle. Kind of hops up at it and kind of claws his arm forward, and you see the scroll just leap into his hand. Just, I say, you come. Yeah, I come. Now, one scroll of fire. It's gonna be 250 gold. And this one will come home with you.
250.
Let me know if you need help.
Could you do it for 200?
Let me know if you want me to roll that for you.
You're not in the store.
I am now. Shoot!
You can check your persuasion.
I'm trying.
Try.
I think the server kicked me out.
Oh no. The kobold is looking up at it going,
You don't know, Fire?
Scotty will pat him on the head.
you see it start vibrating and making a keening noise.
Kobold or Chihuahua?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I did.
they're kind of lizard puppies. This one is like part gecko, part chihuahua. I don't know. Either that or he's part chameleon because he'll grab what you hand him.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's really not, though.
That's fine.
I'm calling you.
It's loading, I promise. It's very slow.
Well, as it does. There we go.
Yeah.
What did you say now?
150?
150. I see you're as shrewd as your scales will tell me. Wanting to add it to your hoard, lass, I betcha. Well, this kind of magic don't come cheap, you know. But I suppose... Is he alright, lass?
Yes, he's
Just wide-eyed, just...
a little excitable. He'll be fine.
I couldn't possibly let this one go. This is some dangerous magic you'll be searching for, you know.
Tell you a story.
I can't let it go for but for 250 gold.
Not even
It's just-
200?
Nah, you know what happened last time. No. Look, we have discussed this before. Your price is set. We can't let you go that much. Now listen me. Don't give me any lip. I don't care what he was saying to you.
Looks at Kobold, looks at Guy.
Okay, when you get the spell, we're burning the store down.
Fine, fine. Traitors. 200. 200 and it goes home with you.
200?
I'm tired of this one giving me attitude.
200 it is then, but, will it always do that?
Not if he knows what's good for him. You got my coin, miss.
She'll hand it over.
Don't trade you that and put the scroll into your hand.
She'll grip it carefully.
You see it kind of jolt forward, kind of towards Randolph. He's just... I said I'll send you pages. Anyway, it was good to get that thing out of my face. It's an ungrateful scroll.
Thank you for your business.
Of course, miss. Is there anything else I can do? I'm sure that most of them don't have quite the temper that one does.
Oh no, I like the tempered ones. She'll try to...
It leaps out of your hand and just kind of rests on your shoulder.
Nicole starts sweating profusely.
No, but Gil is just looking at this going... You can almost see W-A-T just above his head. Just, what?
What?
Just...
Can you please do a meme of Gil and not exact face?
What? But you have purchased a fireball scroll.
Help us all.
Alright, I'll need time to scribe that into my book. As they're... After they leave the shop and are outside of your shop.
Gil's just kind of like, quick, just casually like...
What is that? Gil, what did you let her buy?
You don't know.
Gil?
This is in the store.
I thought you said...
What is he doing?
No, as you're kind of turning, it's like you can see him kind of making eyes towards the door, like get the fuck out.
Why?
I thought you said that they left. That you left.
I was saying that in
You were starting, yeah, because as she was turning to leave, Gil is by the door, going, making the casual "let's get out" eyes as you start leaving. And as you're leaving, you kind of hear more rattling from within the little cubicles. Not violently, but it's like you hear kind of scrolls kind of click back and forth in their little boxes. Just
Yeah,
idly, like almost like they're waving.
As they're leaving, after they're outside of earshot of the shopkeep,
Mm-hmm.
she'll mutter under her breath, "How dare he bring up my collar?"
I got the feeling he was just calling you a hoarding dragon.
What did you buy?
I think he was being rude.
Gil, what did you let her buy?
You're assuming I let her do things.
I am assuming they let her do things.
Yeah, well.
What did you buy?
She'll reach up and grab the scroll carefully,
Mhm.
casually.
The scroll just is kind of sitting there. Hasn't moved.
I bought something for my spellbook.
Can I
Yes.
identify what it is?
Roasted meats.
What?
Mhm.
Scotty, what is he talking about? Communicate.
He's not talking about anything.
Gil?
Krutz, the hungers.
Gil, I don't think we should tell people on the boat.
Gil? I'll go back and ask him.
What's it to you? What do you give me?
I'm sorry, what?
To keep your secret, what do you give me?
I think we can discuss that later.
We'll put a pin in this one.
That's fine, don't tell me anything. I'm used to that.
Look, are we done here? Because this is progressively getting more and more out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, I think we have a meeting to get to.
That we do. Morgrim, lead us out of here. Save us.
So, are we ready to go meet?
Yeah, we're ready to go. There's a quizzical kind of a quizzical kind of chirping noise coming from Syl. Just Tao's like, I don't know either, but let's just get going. We were promised drinks.
Mm-hmm.
They put up with a lot for drinks.
So everyone goes on up to the pirate ship. Well, so there is basically a server at the gangplank. Just that's a large group you have. All dining in then.
Yes, I believe so.
All right, we'll see if we can't push a couple of tables back for you.
That would be appreciated.
What?
Who's coming through loudspeaker there?
I was. Yep. The line.
Kevin, is your computer talking?
My computer.
Yeah, because we're getting noise from somewhere else here.
No, my volumes are all off.
My volumes are off too.
Strange. Okay, but you are basically taken to the back of the boat to kind of a private room where there seems to be enough seats to accommodate the lot of you.
What has we're here to meet someone. But it's,
He broke his cord.
I didn't do anything to break it.
See if you can plug it in. Jeez.
Can you say something again?
something again.
Okay.
There we go. Apparently, what Kevin is using for for his Discord just came unplugged.
Hmm.
I didn't hear any difference.
Of course not. Yeah, who you looking for?
Has a Digotta Dam Shield has been in yet? He's from the roost up the way.
I see a guy checking the ledger here. Just yeah, we got a damn shield here. Looking to. All right, come on back. So he'll lead you into a room towards the back of the cargo hold. Probably guessing it's one of a couple of rooms like he was suggesting to you earlier. But in there, there's a large rounded table, several seats, and as you enter, you see the young man kind of stand and kind of give you a nod. We'll have someone come by quick enough to take your drinks down.
Perfect.
And
Sounds great.
he'll walk off and just. The guy will stand there. Just. I hope you don't mind that I turned up a little early to make for sure everything was set. This place can get kind of packed at night.
No, it's fine. I hope you don't mind that we brought a few more members of our crew.
It's fine. I wanted someplace private, and this works out well enough. Oh, come on.
Well,
No, I'll sit down.
and we'll follow him and have a seat.
So, with that, momentarily, a young woman will enter to take your order.
She cute?
Hmm?
She cute?
By Roro standards?
Well, Rose was a hard 20, so no one can reach those standards.
There are definitely people who would disagree with you.
I'm sure.
I mean, she's definitely a looker. She's got dark hair, fair skin. Definitely knows her curves, we'll say, and dresses to accentuate them. Let me double check something here for more efficient description, I suppose you could say. Because why would any of this be easily accessed? And yes, accessed is a word. But yes, she's definitely dressed provocatively with a low-cut top that kind of dips down past her sternum. Also noted by a pair of leathery wings folded kind of tightly at her back. And she will be there to take your order. Does everybody know what they would like?
Nothing for me.
Morgram will take whatever the house special.
Let's see. That depends. You want ales, wines, or something a little harder?
He will look to Dagata. Well, how hard are we wanting to drink to the memory tonight?
I'm not sure how quickly I want the night to end. I might take something that I can put some volume behind.
Ale then.
No. In the memory, just give us some stouts, some dwarf-head stouts. Bring in. Dagata will order a pony keg of dwarf head stout, and kind of throw down the coin for it. Looks like he paid about 25 gold. And looking around to other people. Roro already declined. Scotty?
Something super light and alcohol, seeing as she has other things to do tonight.
Well, I'll pass this around in case people don't have the wine list. Ales, wines. But is there something you'd like to eat, then? As you're looking over the list, she'll go back to Roro.
Oh, nothing for me. Thank you, though.
Well, if you change your mind, you know where we're at. We have a bell. She doesn't look impressed with you.
So,
But she's got a smile on her face, nonetheless.
It's fine, I'm used to that look.
probably shouldn't, but this one has caught my interest.
Being?
The Dragon Bite Bitter.
Dragon Bite Bitter? Okay.
I wonder why I caught your interest.
And I guess a modest bit for something.
And a modest meal. Alright. Let's see. And with that, both you see the Halderi group just kind of looking at the list there, just Tala will put down 5 gold to get his own keg of Fityar amber mead.
His own keg?
It's a pony keg. It's not a keg,
Okay.
but
I
it's
was like,
it's I mean sizable. It's like, like yay round, and that by like that. It's a fair decent size. It's enough for 20 drinks worth. But the Halderi will go about that, so you can put off the coin for all of that. And the waitress will be gone for a little bit.
Wait, I wanted to say a thing.
You can say a thing.
Well, he was just going to see everybody else is buying drinks. Grim was going to offer to buy some food stuff, like maybe like a appetizer platter or something along those lines.
All right. Fully able to.
Big enough for all present parties.
We'll say with all of that, you can throw down 2 gold and have a selection of appetizers brought to you. Some being some fried seafood, the others, chicken and the like. It's just, bar appetizers.
Right. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, so 2 gold with that, and you can get people all the bar snacks you're gonna have need for. So it's a little while later, but within a couple of moments, the kegs and cups are passed along. A random wink appears, apparently. Everybody has to roll initiative, I guess? I don't know.
Yes. Could we not?
Great. Another combat situation in a different boat.
Scotty has a new scroll.
Which has been very silent as of late.
Is it just hanging on her shoulder?
You probably had to pick it up because it was kind of teetering and...
Put it in her bag?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, you are brought drinks. Everyone gets them poured out. And, yeah. God is just... To my father. A good man who lived his life. And... had a cat attack him. I don't know. What the hell?
Yeah.
And he will definitely kind of take his own swig to that. For those drinking, I need Constitution saves.
And you see why I did not drink.
Scotty handles her alcohol well.
Yeah. 13 with Fluffy for the dwarf head. Hey, yeah, you're fine. Looks like everybody's generally okay for the first round. Yeah. So, the first round of drinks come by and you're sitting there. So,
Yeah.
to be honest, I don't exactly know how to quite honor the man. He was... never around much. I mean, you know
Well,
how much time you spent with him. It didn't leave him a lot of time to tend to me all that much.
well, I can tell you he was a good man and a good sailor, and it was an honor to serve.
Yeah. You can't really blame him too much. He made
I
good
know
money for us.
Well, I know that it doesn't mean, but he did talk about you.
That's good to hear. He was a stern man, but I'm not sure what he had done with the business since I left. With everything that's happened here, it's a little odd that I even showed that I was even around for you to find me.
Oh, been pretty busy then.
Well, I've been here the last couple of years. But, as I'm to understand, here wasn't here. I ended up getting myself lost in the mines and then trying to get a new path opened up, one that takes not down into the hills, but upward into the desert. I was overlooking a new pass, but one of the tunnels kind of, I don't know. My team broke through a wall, and it led into a larger cave. Going through that for a little while, seeing if it wouldn't end out, if it wouldn't cut some days off of our digging, we ended up finding different dwarves. They were none too thrilled to see me and the guys. Later on, I found out I was in a place called Totalin. It's up in the mountains from here. But the king took in some of the boys. After a couple of months, we couldn't find our way back. Well, it seems like we kind of slipped through. We weren't anywhere near home. Apparently not even anywhere in our world. I left the men. They were miners. Sturdy dwarves. Good men, but they weren't travelers. They weren't soldiers. So I kind of set out to try and find my own way. Had to cross the sea and a great river, and I found myself in a place that turned out to be, well, the Raven's Nest. But then everything kind of went dark. Little ways later, we show up here. And close to home, but that was a couple years ago, leading to shortly here, and I didn't want to go back and see what happened to the business with me being gone. From the story you tell, it seems like Dad, no, he didn't take over things himself. Kind of wondering who you appointed in my stead.
Well, I don't rightly have that information, but it's any consolation. What we heard in the last town leads me to believe that the business is still there. It's still going.
We just don't know who's running it. I don't even know if I should show my face there at this point, for how long I've been gone. What about you, Morgan? What are you gonna do now? I mean, I appreciate you coming by, telling me about my dad.
I mean, that's a question I haven't truly considered too much. I have had an offer to stay here in town for a bit, but I mean, after that, I don't know. The new crew here seems to be alright, though. Wouldn't be bad to go traveling with him.
Yeah, sailing with this dwarf. How many of you already had, Gil? Come on, you don't like the taste of home? I wasn't born in... Shouldn't you be telling that to him? Just Don't you be bringing me into this, boy. It's a good taste, but it doesn't make me homesick in the least. But that being said, I think I can speak for Nicole that we've definitely welcomed Morgram into our fold. We may have only been sailing him a day, but he's definitely got the power to run rings around the crew we've been working with. They were good in a pinch. Yeah, I know. It's good to have all of you back here.
Well, obviously.
Scotty looks doubtful.
Sometimes you just gotta make do with crew you can and get to where you need to go.
And wait for those who decided they wanted to have land legs to come crawling back.
I wanted to have blankets.
Don't look at me like that.
Oh, you're glad to be back, Roro. Don't you be lying to me.
I'm glad to be out of the desert.
I missed the drift. I'm glad to be back.
See? She knows what's going on. There's a light purring sound that comes there from a smiling sill.
Wow.
No, that's not a no. Bad. You're bad. Well, I understand what brought Morgan here, but what about the rest of you?
By the way, how much time does Scotty have?
I don't know. It was getting towards dark.
She has 3 minutes to get there.
Scotty will get shifty and excuse herself.
Well, where do you think you're going?
Outside.
Oh, come on. Nobody's even pissed you off yet.
I'll be back. I'm not mad.
Yeah, I know. Then where are you going?
Do I need to step in?
Outside.
And she will head outside to see what the moons look like.
The stars have started to dot the sky. There's still the faintest sliver of daylight, but full night will set upon you soon.
And how far away is the thing?
I don't know. What do you remember?
That it was in the mountains, a garden in the mountains. This is what I remember, but I'm probably wrong. Because that was at the end of the night.
Can anyone hear her?
I can.
Good.
I think it's
Can
Can anybody hear me?
or here.
No, I don't think anyone
Yes.
can. Oh, you can hear her.
Or here.
No, do enunciate a little bit as you.
Or there.
The garden in the mountains is what I remember, but like I said, it was late. So here's a garden. Help me out, please.
Go and... You know what? We'll have you make a check on your history. Come on, you're a wizard. Intelligence is at least a good skill for you.
Yes.
Can I move over there first?
16. You remember from your vision that you do remember the ship, and then it kind of weaving upwards to see up a paths past a great theater, spiraling further up to it plateaus to a building almost carved out of the mountainside with front-facing windows of kind of like blown obsidian.
So,
And then a path off to the side that goes through caverns and into a garden.
I don't know where any of that stuff is.
Dave.
Scotty's going to enter full-on panic mode here in a second. So she knows that it's a path into the mountains and some front-facing obsidian place that she's never seen before in her life.
You saw it in a vision.
But where they are now is not familiar, right?
Where you are?
Standing outside the holiday?
Yeah. I mean, you saw you pass over this in the vision.
And was she headed north in the vision?
Seems to be.
Seems to be.
Seems to be like you go through the paths here and then upwards.
Okay, well, Scotty's going to enter full-on panic mode and do as Scotty does best and
Set shit on fire?
start heading north.
Set ships on fire.
Oh god, we're in danger!
It's like, I don't know what to do! Ah!
Can't be afraid of the land if there's no land. I don't know.
So, you start dashing in.
I'm not dashing, I'm walking. Normally. Thinking. Panicking in my head. Thanks. Thanks.
That's the exaggeration, it's fine. So, back to the people on the boat for the time being.
Okay.
Is there anything that anyone wishes to speak about as you're going over what's gone on?
Nothing in particular.
I'd like to speak to Morgan. Not Morgan. Well, Morgan too, actually. Morgan and Nicole.
Okay.
There's lots of lingering ears right there.
There's everybody still here.
That's cool.
I mean, everybody minus Scotty and...
She's trying to find a garden she's supposed to be at that the DM won't give proper instructions for.
I gave you the recollection of the vision you had.
Mm-hmm.
That's as much answer as you were given beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just for your information. I'm getting stank eye, and I'm not the bad guy here this time.
This time.
Shut your whole mouth.
May I continue?
Yes, absolutely.
Please
Thank
do.
you. Go ahead, Blaine. Well, I was hoping to speak while Scotty was here, but that's not a thing anymore. So, I'll talk to you!
Do I need to be part of this conversation?
That depends.
We'll make it quick then.
You can leave.
Gil, get up and... Yeah, that brings back memories. Alright, I'm out. That's got a kick. Oh, okay. No, that was Scotty's. Yeah, that's... Oh! Oh, God, it burns.
I'm in the splashing zone! Stop!
Alright, well, you have fun with that. I'm gonna... Yeah, it burns. So Gil will excuse himself.
I don't even know how much of that was just like Gil being dramatic or Quinn being dramatic. What is happening right now?
It's art mimicking reality.
Apparently, you're doing great.
That's what happens when water gets into your lungs. It's called improv acting. You roll with it.
Unless you spit everywhere and then cry.
Yeah, we didn't have that on camera, so.
Well, Roro.
I was hoping to also discuss this with my two main traveling companions, but I guess they don't have to go. But I have a bit of a quest I'd like to achieve in the morning if anyone's interested.
What do you have to do here?
Did you guys see that cave when we first rolled in?
I can't say that I did.
It was very extravagant.
Well, I was busy trying to bring us in.
That's true. You get a pass. Anyone else?
Syl will just kind of shrug her shoulders. Talos just... And docking is something that we do put a lot of attention into. You don't want to run halfway into the docks.
I'm sure that would be really interesting, actually. We should try it sometime. But
We should certainly not. Yeah, I agree. We definitely don't want to be doing that.
Right. Huh. I know.
This is, of course, Dagata just...
Who is this pretty elf? My life is fantastic.
So, what is it you want to do there exactly?
I have to collect something within the cave, and I was hoping for some assistance.
You're looking to get what now?
A really pretty rock.
And do you know who this cave belongs to?
First, was that Nicole talking or Tal?
That was Morgrim talking.
No, before Margot started talking.
Before Morgrim, it was Nicole.
Nicole. Okay.
You'd said you were specifically addressing the two of them, so.
Yeah, then. I wasn't sure if the others were still giving their...
Oh no, they're listening.
I mean, I don't think it directly belongs to anybody, and there wasn't a sign saying not to go in. That I know.
But is this within the city?
It is. Sort of.
What do
Well,
you
in
mean,
that-
sort of?
Well, it's on the other side of the river.
There's no out of character. You've got the directions.
That's good.
correct.
I was like,
Yeah, no, you're good. You're doing good. You're doing good as far as recollection goes, but this. There's kind of like a searching look that you see, that you notice in Dagata's face. All right, you're talking about the Dragon's Cave.
Yeah, that one.
What business do you have going in to that
Dragon?
place? Yes, the town's, I suppose you could say, mascot for, that's the way he's always describing himself as, but there's a dragon in that cave.
Yeah, I heard there's a dragon somewhere in the cave. Which is why I was hoping Scotty would go.
And you didn't think that maybe just possibly a dragon would take offense to you entering his cave and stealing his pretty rock?
It's not stealing. That I'm aware of.
Maybe you should tell us what is going on here, Roro. Why are you going for this rock?
Well, Nicole, you are aware.
That was Tallow.
Tallow! Ah! We need to give you place cards.
It's tone.
I don't hear tone! Thank you.
I do what I can to accommodate.
Okay.
So maybe you tell us what it is you're doing, looking for it, and why, and perhaps even how you even know of it.
I can give a brief statement, and I was hoping that you all would let me finish this after I have gathered the stone. But I've been in contact with a greater source, and he's sending me on a quest to get a amber stone within the cave. I can't say too much right now, but it's a part of my calling. Just like we came to the city part of Scotty's calling.
All right,
And
I can understand that, but go ahead, Morgan.
An amber, particularly rare. What makes him from this cave here?
That was just the instructions I have obtained.
Well, do you even know who your higher calling is from?
I've met with him, yes.
There is the sound of we'll say a wind blowing. As Sill's looking at you with kind of a quirked head and a slightly skeptical look.
Well, maybe tell what is this power promising you?
Stop staring at me. Oh my god. Again, I had hoped that maybe I can explain this more later, after I do know a little bit more. But if you don't want to help, then that's fine. I'll be heading out to the cave in the morning.
None of us said that we weren't directly going to help, but you're not giving us a lot to go on.
I wasn't really given a lot to go on either. I don't have much more to give.
You don't even know who's made the request of you.
He was told his name. Okay, cool. I couldn't remember that one part.
Yeah, I know his name.
Patrick, I will crawl through this computer and I will hurt you, and I'll crawl like
Try
that.
it. Try it. Try it.
I will hurt you with my words.
I don't know. He's got a pretty good whiz save. Vicious Mockery might not hurt him.
Roll your words of save. No. Well, I guess if it's simply a name that you would like. His name is Salvatore.
Don't mind me.
I am minding you.
Don't mind me.
Well, so
I don't see your wisdom save being rolled, Patrick.
it was an at 20. Don't worry about
Don't worry about it.
What?
it. Anyways,
There doesn't seem to be. I mean, Fluffy. I mean, you can roll religion if you'd like. Guessing you're proficient.
Oh God.
I am not proficient. I'm a terrible, terrible cleric.
You know about your guy and nothing more. Okay, that's fine then. So yeah, no one seems to have any recognition for the name. Just on their face. So this, and this is Dagata. Just so you've been called on by a power named Salvatore to get a stone for him that's being guarded by Ether's dragon.
River will nod.
Something doesn't necessarily sit well with me hearing that. I mean, I don't exactly know why you're looking to get this.
Because I was asked to. It's plain and simple. Some were called to the sea, some were called by vision of light. Others were called to get a stone.
Do you know who this person is? I mean, what else do you know about him?
Not much correctly. But our goals align.
And what goals were those?
Teller or equal.
What did he say?
Teller or equal.
Tala.
Well, Tala, as you know, I come from countryside nobility. I am aiming for royalty. As you all know.
Yeah.
Dagata?
Yeah.
Okay.
Finally realized that I actually did have a picture of him somewhere. So what you're doing here is to try and get yourself power in the valley? Tallow. I don't understand that sign.
N-T. You do understand these signs.
In the valley,
Yes.
not NT.
N and T. Nicole, hello.
Oh, yeah, it was tallow. There we go. There.
Okay. I'm sorry, can you repeat your question?
So you're doing this just to get power in the valley?
It's not just to get power in the valley. It will be a seat of power, and it's to make the valley better. It's to end this reign of terror. It's to make royalty different than what it currently is. Things do call for change, and I've been called to change it.
Go ahead and give a check on persuasion.
I mean, if Scotty was here, she'd inside right now.
She can't even tell me what scroll she got.
That's because she doesn't want people to get worried.
I get worried.
And why would they get worried, Scotty?
Because history.
Because history.
I think in her case it's called Her Story.
Oh, yeah?
Thank
Why?
you, RuPaul.
It's a feminine version of saying a woman's history is her story.
I
Her
didn't
story.
know there needed to be a feminine way to say that.
There doesn't need to be.
It's a popular art history term.
Okay.
Damn.
Yeah. Thank you. I was about to call for that, actually. I mean, he's definitely speaking with conviction, Margram. See the others just kind of giving you glances like they're waiting for you to continue to either explain yourself or whatnot. Just
I guess I'm trying to say, have I ever done anything outwardly bad to any of you, to any of our missions? Have I ever proclaimed to be a bad person?
you haven't told us that you were going to be a bad person.
To be fair, though, I mean, I don't feel like most people consider themselves to be a bad person. It's into saying everyone's the hero in their own story.
I've heard that often enough. This is Dagana speaking. I don't have a page for him yet. I'm not just gonna pop. I don't have that there to pop up. Good intentions and all that. So, you're looking to get power for yourself? In what valley is this? Where are you even from? The guy.
I'm from the Doreen Valley.
I don't know where that is.
Crossed vast amounts of sea. Way too much sea.
Nicole will just kind of chime in. The Doreen Valley is in Iskandrin, the southern edge. Currently, we're fighting a bit of I suppose, a preemptive war of independence from them. The ruling class seeks to extend their influence, as you could say. The king is widely known to be a capricious and ruthless man. What? Not your father. The good father. The good father, Aldrin Silverbow, is who's being referenced.
Okay.
Not your dad. Your dad basically is a farming magnate.
Thank you.
And not a particularly high position, but an important one nonetheless. Just imagine if he got corona, you'd all be fucked.
And with their negative ruling powers, I hope to change that. And I'm working to change that.
But what does getting this stone do for you?
I guess I'll have to find out more. It's a mere quest right now to see if this Patreon of sorts is in fact a good match. If we can in fact work together. A test, if you will.
That's a hell of a test, Dagata. And I'm not sure how stealing from the town's dragon accomplishes that.
It accomplishes bravery, if anything. And if allowed, I would put it right back. It's not stolen to be sold. But you seem to know a lot about this dragon.
The dragon parades around town. You can see it on. You can see their image emblazoned on the city banners. Not entirely sure how to quite justify your actions.
I guess you don't have to. If this is the case, I might postpone for another day or so. But to familiarize myself with this dragon, if it's such an issue.
The issue we're having is that you're looking to steal from a beloved icon of the town, the city.
I wouldn't think of it as stealing. Given if Scotty was there, I'm sure she could tell us the dragon that we're simply borrowing it.
And are
Did-
you borrowing it? And are you borrowing it?
That's my plan.
God has just kind of given you the very skeptical look. Doesn't seem to be fazed by your tongue flicking.
Did you-
No.
Is it asking for it?
We can try. I wasn't told not to do that. I simply was told to obtain the piece of amber.
That might be the first step, because, I mean, dragons tend to be covetous creatures, but doesn't mean they can't be reasoned with. Maybe you have something you can trade.
I'm going to assume that kobolds followed Scotty.
You, looking around, you do not see the kobold around.
She didn't invite him.
You're right, you didn't.
Oh, he's gonna become a problem.
I wonder if he would like kobolds. Where did he go? We can definitely trade the kobold.
From Tallow and Nicole just kind of give a shrug. Still, just kind of looks a little. Just a tad bit shocked that you would suggest such a thing.
He kind of freaks me out, okay?
She kind of gives you this motion that implies that she's saying that you get used to him.
I guess you're right still. We haven't spent much time with them. Maybe they're always their people. Like that. And shake. Like that. So we could always trade the kobold.
Dagata looks like he's wrestling with something internally. But at the moment seems unable to directly be able to put his thoughts into words, we'll say.
If you have a thirst of adventure, you can always come with us. Given if I have anybody coming with me right now.
The problem I'm having is I do still have an obligation to the city. And I don't know what higher power you'd call to, or what is called to you.
What can I do to make you feel more at ease? To know that I'm not in bad intentions.
It's not...
Is
Go on.
there any like laws or stigmas or anything like that that prevent us from just talking to it and trying to bargain?
No. Irthos is a very social creature. They love the attention, but I'm not sure about being able to convince them of just giving away part of its hoard. That would be what I would suggest you do, is try to negotiate something with them, either a trade or purchase of the stone. But I have to highly advise against you attempting any kind of theft within the city.
As I've mentioned, theft is not what I want to do. If negotiation is a possibility, then that is what I'll be doing.
Yes, I would definitely advise negotiating with Irthos. I think that perhaps they could be convinced to some kind of arrangement. Again, I have to stress how poor an idea the idea of theft is in this city. There are a lot of eyes in the city. A lot of people would do quite a fair bit to curry favor with the Lord's dragon.
Are you to be one of those people, considering?
I have little interest in the dragon myself. I work for the head of the nest, and while my obligations right now are more to Kadain than they are to Asaka, I can't help but think that it's a warning is advised about how to handle this carefully.
I greatly appreciate your warning.
Yeah, everybody go ahead and check. What would your passive, we'll say, histories be? So your history bonus plus 10.
9.
12.
9, 12.
I get to be a part of this?
No, you don't, actually. Never mind. I forgot that you're not here.
A 14.
A 14. Well, that would have been enough.
Don't.
But you ain't here. Oh.
You know what's wonderful about this? She's closer now.
No interest in striking him.
So the name very much resounds in your head as a notable, for lack of a better term, villainous figure. Head of an infamous group that seemed to have either disappeared or gone idle within the past 5 years. But a group called the Men in Chain.
Men in chains?
The Men in Chain, yes.
These guys again.
Yes, these guys again. Yes, they are kind of, well, they're kind of notable bad individuals. They work for a demon lord and cause quite a bit of havoc. Only a few organizations have managed to repel them from the goals that they sought, usually at heavy prices. As I said, they haven't heard much from them in the last 5 years or so. And this man, Asaka, was at their head. What did you say your history was, Roro?
12.
12?
Passive history check.
Yeah. You do recall that the name Zedric was associated with him, as he told you as much during one of the meetings.
You told me what?
Zedric had mentioned that he was part of an outfit known as the Men in Chain. And, of course, Fluffy groans.
Is this in a way that was like their partnerships? They are.
It was mentioned conversationally that Zedric was once part of the Men in Chain.
That Zeter was part of it.
Yes.
Then, in that case, Verbo's eyes will kind of shift a little bit and thought.
Yes, but the name at the mention of the name kind of sends a shiver down some of your spines. It's,
Of Cedric or of Asaka?
of Asaka. No one's mentioned Zedric here. He's... It takes a pause, takes a moment, but Dagata has... kind of recognizes the look that was on many of your faces. It's just... Yes, I'm aware of the weight the name carries. He's done well enough in my own history, or at least the time I've been around here. I used to react in much the same way as the lot of you did, but he's at least trying to be a proper ruler. But yes, he has his network of people who can get information. And he personally keeps the dragon as something of a pet.
Why am I getting glances? I haven't done anything.
I'm curious about that too.
Yes, people do these now. We have people to do this now. I don't know. Okay.
In hopes that you are being true to your word, I will allow you the benefit of the doubt that you can try your negotiations with the dragon. But if it is heard that you have committed a crime, I will feel obligated to let them know who was responsible.
That is all I can ask for.
I wish
Well-
you luck in your negotiations then.
I'll give a nod.
If negotiations the plan, then you've been a friend to me, so I'll go with you. But negotiations break down, I'm out.
I'm not fighting a dragon. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, I'm out.
Everyone's gonna go get the Cash Me Outside dragon.
Sure, that's a good idea.
Roro's what?
Gonna say, Cash Me Outside, dragon. Cash Me Outside.
Not gonna cash
You
you out,
will-
he's just gonna punch your ticket.
Literally, though.
And he will cash you and only you.
Everybody else is just gonna smoke bomb out of there.
Just give a nod to Morgan.
Ninja vanish.
And look over to the other three.
The other three just... Well, if you need us to help you with the negotiations, I don't know much help will be, but we can support you. Tallow.
Thank you.
The problem is you can't hear the pitch.
That's the problem.
I'm just saying to distinguish between the two of them. Tallow's lower pitched, Nicole's higher pitched. That's the problem.
I'll make little sheepy cards and hold them up for you.
I mean, he was doing great flipping through.
And then you walked over there.
Well, I can't sit over there anymore. I have a broken spine, whore. That would make things so much worse.
Yeah, then you get your butt touched.
That's the plus side of it.
And sit over here. Touch your butt. I don't care.
He wants to sexually harass me on camera.
I mean, sure, why not?
If anyone changes their minds, I will be leaving first thing in the morning, and I'll meet you on the outside of the tavern.
Well, I think meeting down by the boat is probably more the better thing if it's just across the river from Nicole.
That is true. I'll meet you at the boat then. Is that where you'll be staying?
I mean, I don't like leaving my boat. But I'm sure that Talo and Silsan would probably want more comfortable accommodations for themselves.
Rover will not even look towards them. He
You-
will
you
just
hear-
blush.
You hear that? as Talo just kind of goes... and Scylla's just sitting there smiling sweetly.
I
Like she didn't just do that noise.
I think I will definitely be finding a different place to lay for the night.
She'll just kind of nod to you. Just matter-of-factly, it's like, makes sense.
In that case, I think I'll head back to the boat now.
I'll walk with you. From Nicole. It's about time I headed in myself.
Do you need stabilization? Yeah. You've been drinking.
Look, Talo's meat is good, but I know how to hold it. It's not from me. I didn't make it. Close enough, it is your family. Anyway, good night, Nicole. Get some sleep. So he'll just kind of get up, smile, finish his cup. You coming, Roro?
I am. Skip, 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 skip. Does Sky just wander into a garden already, or is she just in a green place going, this must be it?
No, she's headed up that way. But seeing as how it is half to midnight, I think we're going to have to pick up that thread next time.
Next week.
Not next week because he wants to play his other game.
Next week.
So much salt. Can we get salt in the chat? Do it myself, but
Next week.
next time on Understudies, we are going to have a climb and a caper.
Quinn. Next week.
Next week.
14.
14?
I
What?
rolled persuasion. Oh,
You're assuming you had advantage.
I am assuming I have advantage. Well, would you like to roll persuasion? We'll add it together and it'll be our official one roll.
Well, seeing as how I rolled a natural 16 for my insight. Thank you, Fluffy. Thank you, Doge. Salt's in the chat. We're going to be mining it for a couple of weeks here when we rejoin ourselves to the capers already in progress.
I have a request.
You have a request.
Yeah.
I will at least hear your request.
Okay. Here's like an idea for you is to like.
Give me your Shark Tank pitch.
Do this more than once a week. Bramstock, Understudies. Bramstock, Understudies. During the same week. Not every other week bullshit. I'm not going to do that.
And
There.
where do you suppose we're going to get the time for that?
Make the time.
We have somebody in here that actually works, okay? We have like 3 people around here. I mean, we have
Are you saying-
we have telecom.
Are you saying I don't actually work?
We have 3 people who have paid jobs.
Are you saying my job isn't paying?
Pretty sure you don't get paid. It's an important job.
In fact,
It-
satisfaction
It is
of lives.
an important job. Not gonna take that away from you.
Narking.
but you don't get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Not
I
until the
mean-
stimulus checks come in.
At least for, the temporary future, only 2 of us are actively working.
Oh, you got put on house arrest. That's right.
So bad.
Is it at least a rainbow ankle collar for you? I mean, it's gonna hurt me, as your bro.
I mean, if I ever got one, I would totally bedazzle the fuck out of it. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It would be glorious too. So that'll be a discussion we have as time goes on, because we don't exactly have a lot of all available spaces are kind of taken that I'm aware of. Negotiations, house arrest, shackle, yeah. Kind of along that lines, but we'll have further discussions of this because, well, we'll see. I'm not opposed to the idea. I'm just doubtful of the ability to have time for it. Give me that head bobble.
So we doing a thing tomorrow?
I'm guessing that's a yes for a thing tomorrow, Miss DM.
Yes, we're doing a thing tomorrow.
Thing tomorrow.
Yay! What thing is it?
Yes, what thing is it tomorrow?
Understudies.
Oh, I thought it was Lost
I mean,
Souls.
I would like it to be Understudies, seeing as I've been waiting about a year for Scotty to get here. But that doesn't matter. No, it'll be Lost Souls.
Lost Souls, okay.
Yes. Queen.
Hold on, I'm gonna add to this here. Where is it? There we go. There we go.
I hope you deserve
All of
I'm preserved by all the salt here. I will live forever.
You will be a proper mummy.
I will be a proper mummy. The salt must flow. So yes, cool. Lost Souls tomorrow at 10?
10.
10. Because I know time zones. So yes, Lost Souls, we get to... Oh my god, boss level encounter suddenly.
Possibly finish this fight.
Possibly finish this
I
fight.
feel like the mages
God, I
want
hope-
to see you dead.
The mages will see us dead.
Yeah.
We're in
But
danger!
here's the fun part about that is we have Torin, the Kit Kat.
Who's already been dropped once.
The fastest fucking Kit Kat!
Who got hit enough to drop him.
Zoom in! Mew
I mean-
mew!
Sovi went down once or twice, and that's never happened before.
I am not showing up tomorrow now.
You're showing up tomorrow.
I know.
Because I'll play your character otherwise.
Do it better than me, obviously.
I don't know. We'll see how my rolls do. But no. Hey, tomorrow we've got all kinds of Corona-related indoorsy activity.
You are all way too close to me right now.
I'm at 6 feet.
You are still 6 feet too close to me.
See what I have to deal with here? Success. And he wonders why he walks funny in the morning. But until then,
Good night, everybody.
good night, everyone.
Good
We'll
night.
see you in a few hours.